It is a beautiful evening for the beautiful game. We welcome you to Louisville. Four Roses Bourbon brings us our pregame tonight of this important matchup in the East. Lou City versus Nashville SC. Along with Matt Stubbington, I'm Dave Lamont, and it's an important night for Louisville, Matt, because this is rather unusual. This is a championship team, and they're on their third head coach this season.
Well, it's partly due to the successes that Louisville City FC had to change coaches because James O'Connor was hired by Orlando City in the middle of the season. In his stead, three players were chosen: Luke Spencer, Paolo Di Pacolo, and George Davis IV, picked to lead the team until a new coach could be found. On August 2nd, John Hackworth was hired as the new head coach, and the players are really excited to have him in charge. He develops players, and that's what they're excited about.
Yeah, he has a lot of experience with the U17s in the United States, a Florida native. John Hackworth now in charge, and he inherits maybe the hottest player in the USL right here in Cameron Lancaster, the USL Player of the Week.
He really put the team on his shoulders last week against New York Red Bulls too. Down 2-0, he scored a hat-trick to lead the way for Louisville City. He just knows how to put the ball in the back of the net. He's strong, athletic, and just has the desire to score goals.
Lancaster had a hat trick in this crazed 10-goal game versus Red Bulls 2, where down 2-0, Lou City put up 5 unanswered, and Lancaster had the hat trick. Now, for Nashville, on the other hand, this guy doesn't allow hat tricks or very often anything.
He doesn't allow many balls past him, does Matt Pickens. The general in net, 10 clean sheets on the season, fantastic goalkeeper, communicates so well with his teammates and the defense, keeps everything clean in front of him. Is so important to what is successful in Nashville.
So the John Hackworth era begins tonight in front of a friendly crowd in Louisville, where so far this season the home team has won. This is meeting number 3, 1 win each, and it's big time in the Eastern playoff race. Our 11s and our kickoff coming up right after this.
Welcome to Toyota's National Clearance Event.
Thanks. I hear it's your biggest event of the year.
Yeah, you can save on the remaining 2018s. And with super low APR financing and great lease deals, any of these Toyotas can be yours. We have a few more.
Oh.
Now get any sporty new 2018 Camry with low 0.9% financing, or just announced $1,000 cash back, or lease this Camry LE for just $209 a month.
Oh, wow.
Toyota, let's go places.
At Dr. Mark Leonard Associates, I focus on taking care of my family, but I also focus on taking care of your family. We firmly believe that you've got to give back. Our primary goal is to do what's right for the patient. If that means glasses, contacts, or treating an eye condition, we will be sure you get the care that you need. We want to take care of you the same way we take care of all our family. This is our family. And here at Dr. Mark Leonard Associates, we're focused on your family, the community, and most importantly, your vision.
There's a reason everyone around here complains about allergies. They're bad. But family allergy and asthma can build up your immunity to what makes you miserable, ending your suffering for good. No more symptoms means no more complaining. Family allergy and asthma.
My father passed his truck down to me. That's the same thing I want to do with you.
It's an emotional thing to watch a child grow up, and especially get behind the wheel.
I want to keep, stacking up the memories and the miles and the years.
He's going to get mine, but I'm going to get a new one.
When it's time for your old Chevy truck to become their new Chevy truck, there's Truck Month. Get 10 or 14% below MSRP on 2018 Silverado pickups when you finance with GM Financial. Plus, during Truck Month, make no monthly payments for 90 days. Kentucky Drive Chevy. Find new roads.
Welcome to Grade A Auto Parts, where you can pull your part, or for a little more, we can pull it for you. And don't forget, big boy, we also have a state-of-the-art U-Pick facility and pay top dollar for scrap metal, junk cars, and appliances.
Grade A Auto Parts, half the price of new part. No words have ever been more beautiful.
Complaining about your allergies won't make them go away, but calling Family Allergy and Asthma can. We offer the most effective treatments available to help you find relief. No more symptoms means no more complaining. Family Allergy and Asthma.
GE Appliances welcome you into tonight's broadcast. A gorgeous day in Louisville. A few clouds in the distance, but we should be able to get this one in. Lou City in those gold and purple kits. Let's get to our starting 11s first. There you see what Nashville looks like, and this is the formation here. Luke Spencer back in the lineup full time, it looks like.
Well, he's out of his coaching role, hasn't have to have that difficult talk with himself about playing time that he's so relieved not to have any more with his teammates. Just happy to be playing the game again, and it's pretty more of the same for Lou City. Why change it if it's not broken? For Nashville, we think they're going to be playing a 4-4-2. You know, Allen and Hume up top. A little surprised to see those two up top. Melodo caused all kinds of problems. He's on the bench tonight. Last time out against Louisville City, he scored 2 goals. They'd look for Akinyodi and Reed to try and find a way to control Williams and Del Piccolo for Lou City.
Yeah, it's interesting. You mentioned Melodo. He's got 5 goals. You've got Mensah with 4 goals. Neither of them starting. They are available tonight. And their 4th leading scorer, Alan Wynn, has 3 goals. And he, too, not in the starting lineup for Gary Smith this evening. Those starting lineups brought to you by UPSJobs.com. It's time for our Kentucky Lottery Keys to the Game. Kentucky Lottery reminds you the lottery proceeds fund college scholarship and grant programs, including every dollar of the popular Keys Scholarship Program.
Well, the key for the home team is be patient. Nashville are very organized defensively, like to keep the ball in front of them. So for Lou City, they've got to be patient in their build-up. They also have to deny the service into the forwards from Nashville. Otherwise, that's going to cause some problems. And for Nashville, stay organized, but also be ready, because Lou City, a new coach, a big crowd, they're at home. They're going to be coming out with a whole bunch of adrenaline.
And that ball you just saw kicked there is the official soccer ball of the USL. Select. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit SelectSportAmerica.com. Receive free shipping on orders over $50. Nashville in the yellow with control right here. And this portion of tonight's game is brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. It's one of the more compact pitches you'll find to play on. And looks to be in very good shape.
The field's come a long way since the opening day when these two teams met way back in March.
Now, there's an early threat. Good tackle, Nashville defensively, as Spencer broke loose with an opportunity, but it was cleanly taken away, and now Lou City continuing with the pressure here. It's good to see Spencer back. He played a little bit in the last match in that victory over New York and picked up a late assist, but has been dealing with injuries, which made him a logical candidate to help run the team while they were waiting for a new coach.
Had a procedure on his knee, kept him out of the lineup for a long time. Very diligent in his rehab. He'll be the target forward, with Lancaster on the right, McCabe on the left.
Williams has passed a little off, but Lancaster, he will service, and that is going to go too far. And there's a good look at John Hackworth, who we had a chance to talk to him a couple of days ago, and we were about the last of what has been an extensive media tour for him. The Louisville media taking great interest in this club. Understandably, it's a winning team. It's the defending champions. You get spectators like that as your support. So John Hackworth walking into a very good situation.
It's a great opportunity for him to take over a well-established club with a great history, great work ethic.
Our referee, by the way, Rami Touchon, there in the green. As Nashville tries to clear. Nashville not an explosive scoring team, but they also don't give up many goals. This is Davis. Overlapping run there. Davis, that's a pretty good move. He'll try to serve something into the middle of the box, and it's swept away by the back line for Nashville.
In the early going, that's twice that Louisville been able to get the ball down on the right-hand side. Both times the service has not been of the quality needed. Smith playing in the right back position, finally without the head bandage.
Touch getting a touch. Craig Smith. Del Piccolo is the captain, of course, for this team. And once again to Davis. Through ball almost to Lancaster, just a little heavy on the touch. Watch out now for Hume, who is 6'5", number 12 in the yellow there. And Brandon Allen, 6 goals on the year. He is the sniper for Nashville SC.
Both players, good target forwards. Not going to really necessarily beat you with pace over the top. So I was a little surprised that Maloto is not in the starting lineup, nor Mensah. Both of those players have a lot of speed, although generally they play on the outside of the midfield area.
As you mentioned, Malo had a brace in Nashville versus Lou City. Road team has yet to win this season in these matchups. They've also played in U.S. Open Cup. On a close-in passing, this is one thing that Hackworth wanted to see. He didn't want the long ball. He prefers the possession with the shorter, sharper passes, and that's what he's gotten so far.
I like what I'm seeing. Quick decisions being made, 1- and 2-touch passes in the attacking half for Lou City. You see why Nashville have only conceded 16 goals this season. They're very organized defensively, close down the lanes, keep things in front of them. It's very difficult for Lou City to go through the center of the pitch. They're going to have to pull the ball out wide, as we've seen early on with the crosses coming in from the right side. Just have to make sure that the services are there. He's certainly got the target with Luke Spencer in the middle.
Good look there at Gary Smith in his first season with this club. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead on the record and say we're not going to have a 10-goal game here. wanted to be known 5 minutes in that we're not going to get 6-4 with this Nashville side. First little bit of pressure now coming from Nashville. And a rejection sets up the first corner of the match. Jimenez there able to get a block on the pass.
So if we do get 10 goals, what?
Then you know what? I'll take the hit. I will take the hit. Yeah, if somebody knocks one in here, I could be in trouble, but. Again, not a lot of room to work. Mike Reed will handle the assignment here. Into the center. Hume looked like he might have been the target here, but Craig got rid of it, but not all the way out. One more time. Into the wash. And we have a whistle here, and Nashville will be hit with a foul.
Two good, decisive defensive headers there from Lou City. The first one from Craig, the second from Spencer. The second ball came in. Nashville keeping the ball alive in their attacking third. And Doyle there, just trying to find a way to get a piggyback from Kyle Smith. Referee Touchon saying, no, we don't want piggybacks in the penalty area. Not allowed.
One of the things we're going to keep an eye on tonight, Cameron Lancaster for Lou City in the race for the Golden Boot, trails by 1. And is tied with Nico Brett, who got a shot early for Pittsburgh, but they are 36 minutes in without a goal in that game. As a matter of fact, there has not yet been a goal in the USL tonight. Incredible. Ottawa and Indianapolis, or Indy 11, played the full game with no goals. And flicked there. Ranjit Singh will let his teammate handle that. That'll be Kyle Smith on the job. So it's been a quiet night so far. Pittsburgh and Charlotte, Richmond and Penn, unusual. And we have not yet seen a goal. We will.
Broke the 1,000-goal plateau last weekend.
Maybe they're just taking a break.
Good organization from Nashville. See Lou City struggling to find a pass. Nothing coming short. Also Lynn looking long. The back four of Nashville playing as unit.
Now Smith worked it to Davis, trying to counterattack, and then Lou City lost control. That looked promising for a moment to Smith. Now the race is on, and Brandon Allen's going to get there first. Allen into the box. Lost his balance. Has to be careful not to touch the ball with his hand, which he nearly did. In fact, he might have had it brush against his hand. Cleared away by the Lou City back line, and we play on. Oh, tremendous diving header that time by Taylor Washington. And he'll get it back as a reward. Washington centers. A little bit of danger there, but it headed away into the feet of Kyle Smith. And now Lou City will try to counterattack. And possession still in question, and now it's going to be taken by Nashville.
Nashville doing a great job getting numbers behind the ball. Sort of blown there, I think, for handball on Lancaster. It's Kyle Smith stepping forwards in the attack. There's a lot of space here for Allen. Tosha gambled, trying to win the ball. Lovely turn from Allen. Great recovery there from Tosh, trying not to create the foul. Del Piccolo, the captain, coming back to make a covering challenge. In the end, Allen just kind of fell over the ball.
So Reed, see if he launches this into the wash. He does indeed. Ranjitsingh way off the line, and the header goes wide, and we had a collision, and we have, looks like Craig shaken up a bit, but he was helped up to his feet. So the goalie way off the line this time.
Not the best decision there from Ranjitsingh. He's got great range as the goalkeeper. He makes the decision to come an awful long way. And if that doesn't come off of the shoulder of number 12 there, Hume, the big target, came off his forehead and then kind of deflected off of his shoulder out for the goal kick. If he just hit it with the forehead, Ranjitsingh was well beaten. Because of the height of Hume, Ranjitsingh was gambling there, Dave, and you've got to make sure you get there if you're going to go that far out as a goalkeeper.
Yeah, Hume at 6'5". And you see the target. They look for him here. He heads it back in the other direction. Here comes a rip from distance. Wow! Missed everything, but goodness, that ball was a blur off the foot of Mike Reed.
Fizzing shot from Reed. Beautiful movement in the box by Hume and Allen. Hume was going towards the front post, check back out to the far post, and good footwork to get underneath the ball to head it back across to create the chance for his captain.
So it looks as if the captain Del Piccolo is going to play back a little bit more. And Smith may be playing up a little bit more. He lost that challenge in the air, but Louisville gets the ball back. Referee ruling in favor of the visitors.
Trying to keep an eye on Del Piccolo, see where his positioning is. He has such a good partnership with Williams in the midfield. They rotate, one holds, one attacks. It's not necessarily the same player each time. At the moment, he seems to have dropped back into that defensive 3, making it a 4 at the moment.
A good play there not to make it a dangerous play. Bouncing around a little bit, possession up for grabs, and now Lou City will try to build one up here. Now a long ball, but way over the head of Luke Spencer, and our first real look at Matt Pickens there for a moment.
Now Del Piccolo has stepped back up into the midfield. Williams and Del Piccolo just struggling a little bit with their spacing.
Davis leaving it off there for Speedy Williams. Now back to Kyle Smith, who has a couple of goals and 3 assists on the year. Touch on the pass here, and the header, and then we'll go wide.
Dave there trying to get the ball. Seeing that he was held, his shirt was tugged. Certainly had a lot of attention from Kimura, the right back for Nashville.
Well, you've got 2 members of the team of the week in the USL. Liam Doyle, number 5 for Nashville, and of course the player of the week, Cameron Lancaster, number 9 for Lou City. Nashville with clean sheet in their last game, a victory, 2-0. Flag is up. One of the things that John Hackworth had to do was play catch up right away, and he's been able to watch every game. And he says, you know, yeah, we're not perfect. We can do better on defense, but the spirit and the fight of this team was what he loved the most, and that was certainly tested last week against Red Bulls. Oh, just wide again. Good service. Spencer around there, McCabe around there, and that was dangerous.
Again, success down the right flank for Lou City. This time the service from Davies IV was a good one. Lovely bending ball. Luke Spencer tried to hang in the air, couldn't do so. I think that's why McCabe's effort went wide. He saw it awfully late. Trying to look around Luke Spencer.
Now, a couple of decent chances for McCabe in the early going. You know, Lancaster is such a dominant goal scorer. Sometimes the others can be overlooked. McCabe has a couple of tallies himself, and Spencer in limited duty has a goal and an assist.
You got Illich on the bench. One thing that Illich brings goals and assists.
A little shaken up. So we're not surprised he wasn't in the starting 11, but he is on the bench tonight. Chipped in, again looking for the big guy, Hume, and you can see at 6'5" how he just towers over most of the players here. Nicknamed Big Bird, which he has embraced. It was initially given to him as an insult by visiting fans in a different city, and he scored a goal and then flapped his arms, and he's like, you know what, I'll take this. You want to call me that? I'll take it. So if you go to a game in Nashville, you will see plenty of Big Birds in the audience there.
One of those things. Take an insult, make it your own. Embrace it.
Yep. Why not? It's not exactly the worst nickname in the world either. I mean, now trying to get ahead here to Spencer, and he just won't be able to get there in time.
Thumbs up, appreciating the ball over the top. Davis gambled to try and win the ball. In the end, did enough to deflect the ball onto the foot of Spencer. He claps the hands in frustration.
Well, there you go. There is a Nashville supporter, brought his Big Bird along with him. Autographed, no less, by Tucker Hume. Now Spencer again going aggressively after him, but Bradley Bourgeois, the former Roughneck, swept it out of there.
Trying to have the letter of the day is G for gold, and brought to you by the number 12.
Very nice. Not out on the clear. Then a shot was blocked. However, here comes the first corner kick for Lou City. This portion of tonight's game is brought to you by Republic Bank. And a little bit more room now to work a little magic here. You got to think Spencer and McCabe are going to be targets for Jimenez. Curves, fire. Hume back on defense. Once, twice on the header effort. A lot of players in the volley. No, not a clean strike that time by McCabe. Good intentions, just didn't come off the foot cleanly.
Lou City are one of the best teams in the USL for the set piece because of the skill of Jimenez to deliver the ball in dangerous areas.
Oh, that's a great effort by Jimenez there to keep that ball in the field of play. And Lou City will begin a new build-up here. Here is Speedy Williams. And here's some of the short passes that John Hackworth would love to see. Smith has a little room if he wants it. He will fire, but a clean look for Matt Pickens.
It's a subtle adjustment of the feet from the goalkeeper, reading the play from Smith. Movement from Lancaster opens the opportunity for Smith to come in and take this shot. As he drops his shoulder, you see just Matt Pickens drifting to his right, finding a way to get in a great position to make the stop.
Throw in coming up for Nashville. Little contact that'll draw a foul against Nashville. Not much there, but enough off LaGrassa to draw the referee's attention. Clean game so far, nothing even remotely close to a yellow card.
Yeah, it might be the only third foul that's been blown.
Yeah, it's been very quiet in that category. Cleanly played game. Not lacking in excitement now. McCabe working the right side. There's a curving service header, and it's just off the mark. Pickens looks a little upset because it was just so easy for Davis. So we've seen so far, Matt, a lot of attack from that right side with the service into the box.
The left fullback Davis is struggling for the visitors. Davis the fourth. He didn't time his leap very well. Hung in the air for a long time, and then in the end tried to do too much with the ball on the header. Misses the target completely. Gary Smith needs to address this left side of the pitch. Lou City are having a lot of success coming down their right flank.
This is going to be a good opportunity now for Nashville off a foul against Touch, taking down the big guy. Takes him a little longer than most folks to get up after being knocked down, and this is
Hume is claiming that there was an elbow. I didn't see it on the replay.
So Reed, I wonder if he's just going to go ahead and take a shot on goal here.
It's a good distance and a good angle. Really challenges the goalkeeper because you got to be really aware of the service and the players running in, but also the shot.
Allen's another player that needs to be watched. He goes for the pass instead. And a good job. Del Piccolo that time got ahead on that to drive it out of danger for the moment, but Nashville not finished yet with the attack. Chipped in. Ranjitsingh way off the line, and he wants a fast break. And now he'll hold up.
From the first free kick, he gambled and was almost caught wanting. On the second phase of that free kick, he came a long way. He wasn't wanting at all. It was a beautiful job by the goalkeeper. He had to be good as well because there were three Nashville players unmarked. If Ranjitsingh misses it, that's in the back of the net for sure.
Paco hit with that foul. Possession early on favoring Lou City, 62 to 38. The bottom line is we're still looking for our first goal. Speedy Williams, can Lou City counterattack. Have not seen many opportunities yet for Cameron Lancaster in this game. That has to be priority A, B, and C if you're Nashville. Keep him quiet if you can.
Playing a slightly different role tonight because Spencer's in the lineup, Illich is out. So Lancaster, who normally plays more central, is playing out on this near sideline. Has more defensive responsibilities tonight, so it's making life a little bit more difficult.
The USL's official Twitter feed keeps you up to date with news, live game updates, and highlights from around the league 24/7. Follow @USL on Twitter. With Matt Stubbington, Dave Lamont. Louisville, our site tonight for this Eastern Conference matchup. Two of the best, two teams in the playoff chase. And by the way, we have a goal. Cincinnati has scored against Charleston Battery. So there's the first goal of the night. Now Smith played it conservatively there and continues to play conservatively. And this might almost backfired. LaGrassa with a great effort.
That's good defensive work from Akinyoti in the middle area of the pitch. He does it again, tackling the ball away from Lancaster.
Well, yeah, Lancaster had a run going there, and Akinyoti did a tremendous job. Very professional defense by Akinyoti. Crowd not loving it very much, but absolutely no threat of a whistle from the referee there.
That was a clean tackle. Just prior to that, Lancaster was making a good diagonal run across the pitch, trying to find a way to get the ball from Smith. Akinyoti's presence took away the passing opportunity.
Taylor Washington is an important player for this Nashville side, 23 in the yellow. Had a good game last week in that 2-0 win. And he is very dangerous down that left side. Very strong, compact player.
Brilliantly timed. Just rolled over the ball a little bit. Lancaster, look at disgust on his face. Knows that his pocket was picked.
You didn't see him really get up and start waving his arms or complaining at the referee about that. He knew it was legit.
Sometimes you just got to tip your cap to a good play from the defender. Not exactly what that was.
Oh, and you know what? Turnabout is fair play. Akinyoti gets taken down. Another hard tackle. Now Lancaster wanted a foul that time. He felt that one wasn't clean. There is Washington. Has to get rid of it. Goes to the middle. McCabe lets it go to Smith. Smith's going to blast it out of there. Race to the ball. Davis trying to get there, and he will get the call. Quickly throwing it back in. Long ball. McCabe. And Pickens just, you could watch the goalie that time and realize that ball was not going to be a threat.
Just wondering what it is about that part of the pitch. That's the second or third time that we've seen poor crosses coming in from that area from Lou City.
Oh, you know what? LaGrasse got a heel on that ball.
He did, but that was another good sliding tackle. This time Lancaster on Akinyoti. I can see why Lancaster, though, was upset that the whistle wasn't blown for that tackle against LaGrasse. Considering what went before, I'm not surprised that Mr. Touchon let it go as well.
He has had a light hand on the whistle so far. Now McCabe, who started out on the left and it shifted to the right. Spencer now trying to get it through to Lancaster. Good intention, just a little heavy on the touch.
That's what Spencer brings to you. There's more to him than just this one facet of the game, but he is able to check off and play that holding forward role. Just got a half yard of space there, receives the ball with the outside of his left foot, his right foot, sorry, and then tries to find Lancaster shooting through. Just couldn't quite connect on that pass.
Williams. And that's going to be Akinyoti with a little bit too much that time on Lancaster. Very quickly, Lou City trying to take advantage. Kyle Smith moving in. Low on the service for Davis, and didn't quite work out. Good pass there to Smith, who was open on that right side where most of the attack has come from. Touch with a bit of a dangerous play. That's Brandon Allen, who appears to be shaken up. I don't think there was anything malicious about it, but we'll take another look. A little clumsy perhaps, but hopefully Allen's going to be okay. Watch.
Tosha with the high boot, trying to make the challenge. Allen never left his feet as he lost his balance there. Tosh goes over the back and hits him with the knee on the way down.
I think Mike Reed is appealing for a little tougher enforcement on that. So this has turned into an impromptu hydration break.
I think Brendan Allen's going to thank Matt Pickens for coming out and wiping his nose with the goalkeeper gloves.
That's leadership right there.
Goalkeeper gloves don't necessarily smell the best. Oh, you got a knock on the head. Here, let me have my version of the smelling salts.
Well,
my goalkeeper gloves.
Maybe he was just paying a tribute to Spinal Tap. Smell the glove. Kosuke Kimura. These guys' jerseys are just stuck to them right now.
This will be a drop ball situation.
Yeah, there was no interesting. The referee just stopped the play because Allen was shaken up.
Gary Smith asking for the foul.
We could hear that on our microphones. Surely there was a foul, and the referee almost gave it to Leslie Nielsen. It wasn't a "Don't call me Shirley." Hey, I'm here. If you want references from the 70s and 80s, I'm your guy.
Well, I didn't get the Spinal Tap one, but I did get the
Don't
Call Me Shirley.
Oh, no, Spinal Tap, the album, Smell the Glove. Come on now. And John Hackworth not happy with one of the referee's assistants.
It's interesting to see the rotation of players for Lou City. Davis the fourth is up with the front three at the moment. McCabe is on this near sideline. It's almost as if Lancaster has free reign to go pretty much wherever he pleases.
Well, this portion of tonight's game is brought to you by Sullivan University.
And at this level, tactical lineups are very fluid because of the athletic ability and tactical know-how of these players. For Lou City, seems to be even more fluid than normal.
We'll go one more time with another Nashville SC throw in. Great crowd on hand tonight in Louisville. And soon they will get a soccer-specific stadium. This franchise has been really successful. They've got some natural rivalries built in geographically, especially with Cincinnati. But with Indy 11 around now, that's and they've really even these two cities not that far, ridiculously far apart. So Louisville in a great location.
It's a shame that Cincinnati and Nashville look into the MLS in the near future. So that natural rivalry might go by the by. See it in the U.S. Open Cup, but certainly Louisville are well placed with regards to these derby games.
And Matt Pickens, as you mentioned at the top of the show, general, taking control as Jimenez, it's like an outswinger coming here.
The system wants the ball inside the arc there. You see the turf is not in the best shape in that area of the pitch, so Jimenez wants a sure footing. She's allowing them to keep that ball where it is.
Chipped into traffic. Boy, you could see the idea behind that just wasn't quite executed, but that looked dangerous with a lot of Lou City players crashing in. And they'll get a chance to try again.
Offside call.
Yep, flag was up.
Paco Craig just hadn't quite got on side. John Hackworth doesn't agree.
You can't tell if he's unhappy with the call or unhappy with his players for being offside. But he's going to take a seat. You can watch highlights from every game of the 2018 season and stay up to date with news from across the USL at the league's official Facebook page. It's facebook.com/USL Soccer. Nice run down the left. We haven't seen them attack from that left side that often. And a weak shot there. I don't know if Jimenez was trying to do a little bit too much. And Matt Pickens barely had to move.
That was a really good run from Jimenez. Davis IV didn't see it until too late. Consequently, Jimenez was left with few options other than that weak effort shot that went into Pickens. Deflected on the way through by the looks of it.
He'll try again. He's being closely marked though by Reed. And Williams almost made a spectacular move to beat two defenders. He had Akinyoti there and LaGrassa, and Speedy Williams spinning around. It ends up earning them a goal kick.
Trying the little Maradona move. Didn't quite come off that time for Williams.
Surprised that we haven't had a goal yet?
Not really. I mean, you've got a really good defensive team in Nashville. So it's tough to break them down. And you also have Louisville City that do concede goals, but Nashville are not known for their goal-scoring abilities. So what I am surprised is that neither team have really created anything that has been of note. We haven't had a shot really. We have one shot on target, but it was from Smith from a way out.
Justin Davis with a touch there to Washington. Akinyoti.
I think the big surprise for me is that Nashville haven't created more, haven't connected with Allen or Hume with any consistency. Allen had that one little breakaway opportunity that was closed down by Del Piccolo. Other than the one set piece that Ranjitsingh gambled on and made a mistake, Louisville really haven't been troubled.
Washington, a predominantly left-footed player, as you can see. Back to the captain, Reed. One action here on the far side. Excellent. Holding the ground beautifully that time for Louisville City. Will result in a throw-in, but still some solid defense. LaGrassa, and they'll play it safely. Be careful here though, and Smith was wise to get rid of it quickly to Bourgeois, with Spencer forechecking. Now Davis launching again. Ranjitsingh way off the line with a double punch. Reed. Let's see if they go wide to Washington. He's open. He has the chance here. Now he'll go right foot. Shot deflected. Ended up being blocked by Paco Craig. And is there a counterattack on the way? There is not.
I can only think that Ranjitsingh is so aware of the threat in the air of Hume. That's why he's making these big gambles to come off of his line. On that occasion, for the second time in this first half, the gamble did pay off.
So Davis will throw in with his coach giving him a couple of ideas, I'm sure. Hume gets open, and it's swept away. You can see his size. He was just posting up as if there were a basketball game. And Washington well marked. Will have to retreat. Too much into the crowd. And now we have soccer balls everywhere.
Well, Hume is showing that there's more than one facet to his game as well. Very much like Peter Crouch, playing in the Premiership, 6'7", Hume at 6'5". So easy, just look at that height and assume that all they can do is head the ball. He's a good technical player as well, can play the ball with his feet.
Davis now with an opportunity right around second base. Shot from distance, and Pickens had to go to the ground to make sure it didn't get by him.
Not a bad idea from Jimenez. Skip that ball in off of that turf on the infield. Makes it difficult for the goalkeeper to read. Pickens makes no mistake, down quickly to his right.
Washington with some skill there in traffic. Now Grassa trying to go to Tucker Hume. Oh, that looks like a perfect ball down the left side for Jimenez. Trying to get the Spencer in the middle, and he's just overmarked. There's way too much yellow, not enough purple there. Whistle. Foul going to go against Lou City, and Lancaster not at all pleased that he was whistled there. He thought it was clean.
He shouldn't be surprised. Could see this one coming a mile off. He was late on the challenge. Unfortunate that he's not being showed a yellow card.
And we have had no bookings so far tonight, 40 minutes in. Take another look at it. Maybe he should have been. We'll find out.
There's the touch. Well, maybe I'm being a little harsh on Lancaster.
He got the ball first, it looked like.
The trailing leg did get Washington, so I can see why the foul was called. On a play, though, I thought that Lancaster got more player than he did ball.
All the way back to the Isle of Man native Liam Doyle. That's just way too far. Brandon Allen in your picture there. Halftime, we will have our first half highlights. We'll take a look back at what's been happening in the USL and also give you some scores from around the league. Been a quiet night for offense so far.
Good recovery from Bourgeois. Nice ball played in. Cave just couldn't get his footing on that artificial turf.
Those folks haven't stopped, and they're not likely to. Especially the rhythm section. They have been going at it since before this match began.
Drummond, they'll be as sweaty as the players.
No hydration break for the drummer either. Well, halftime, I guess.
Captain Jack in the stands.
Yodi. Oh, that was deft. Again, wide to Washington. And you knew that Ranjit Singh was going to come off the line for that. And a mild collision with Allen. Everybody's all right. Smart move by the Lou City keeper. He wants the long ball down the left, but Bourgeois was there first.
I like that ball in from Washington, right in the near post area. But nobody making that run across the face of the goalkeeper. Allen was trying to get there.
Davis took a long shot off the heel of a Nashville player. Davis again. Trying to get service into Spencer, but he was bracketed. Long shot will go wide to the goalkeeper's left. Goal kick coming up in the 44th minute. Don't anticipate a lot of stoppage time.
Nashville will settle for the fact that Lou City is settling for those long efforts from outside the box. It's part of how they're organized. Strong back four, keeping everything in front, closing down those passing lanes.
Well, one thing we haven't had is a lot of opportunities for set pieces. We've had 2 corners by Lou City, 1 by Nashville. I think we had the 1 free kick that Nashville had just a few yards outside the penalty area. But it's really not been that kind of game.
At the moment, you see 7 fouls reported in total for the game, so you're absolutely right. Very few set pieces.
We understand there's only going to be 60 seconds of stoppage time, which fits in with the theme of this pretty cleanly played first half. Now Lancaster shaken up. And I'm not going to repeat what he just said.
Free kick to Lou City, but
no, it's not settling well with Gary Smith's stomach. The 4th official taking the brunt of his anger, and that's something I can't repeat either. Now a chance here for Lou City, might be the last one of the half. Pickens backing up, header just missed, trying to get it to Spencer, who went all out for that one. There is the official 60 seconds of stoppage time.
frustration for Spencer. Good ball in. A similar chance earlier in the season like this, maybe a little tug of the shirt from Hume.
He got just a little bit on it, but obviously not enough to cause a problem. This stoppage time brought to you by Sullivan University. Washington. Oh, it's going to be one chance now here for Nashville. Most likely Reed will handle this kick. He's handled them so far tonight. So Ranjit Singh is going to have to arrange the defense the way he wants it. And you've got to think you're going to launch one up for Hume here. At least I think everybody thinks that's what's going to be the case.
Slightly tempted as far as Nashville's concerned to throw a whole bunch of players forwards on this. It's not going to be any time for a counterattack.
Got a lot on that. Ranjit Singh again way off the line with a punch. And we're at halftime. Neither team able to find the back of the net. Solid defensive effort from both. Not a lot of opportunities in a pretty cleanly played first half. Lou City and Nashville, the debut for John Hackworth as Lou City coach. Right now his side is even at home as they take on Nashville SC in this matchup. We'll have our halftime show, including a look around the league, when we return.
Welcome to Toyota's National Clearance Event. Only happens once a year. We've got the last of the 2018s. We have amazing deals.
Great lease deals.
Deals so good. I wish I came up with it, but get in here. Toyota's National Clearance Event is the best part of summer.
Get any new gas-powered 2018 RAV4 with just announced huge cashback savings of $2,500. Or lease this RAV4 LE now for just $199 a month.
I think we need more signs.
Toyota, let's go places.
UPS is now hiring preloaders and part-time preload supervisors. Part-time preload supervisors receive health benefits, matching 401k and tuition assistance. Get in the game with UPS. Apply now at upsjobs.com. Get there.
What does it mean to believe in something? To truly support and get behind it? To be committed and invested in making sure it succeeds and grows? At First Financial Bank, we go beyond banking, providing resources for dreams that matter and giving back to projects that make a difference. As our family grows, our commitment to serve the community grows with it. First Financial Bank, because together, we're better.
My father passed his truck down to me. That's the same thing I want to do with you.
It's an emotional thing to watch a child grow up, and especially get behind the wheel.
I want to keep, stacking up the memories and the miles and the years.
He's going to get mine, but I'm going to get a new one.
When it's time for your old Chevy truck to become their new Chevy truck, there's Truck Month. Get 10 or 14% below MSRP on 2018 Silverado pickups when you finance with GM Financial. Plus, during Truck Month, make no monthly payments for 90 days. Kentucky Drive Chevy. Find new roads.
UPS is now hiring preloaders and part-time preload supervisors. Part-time preload supervisors receive health benefits, matching 401k and tuition assistance. Get in the game with UPS. Apply now at upsjobs.com. Get there.
We welcome you into tonight's halftime report presented by your Kentucky Drives Chevy dealers. Find new roads. With Matt Stubbington, Dave Lamont, you see our score. Neither team had too many dramatic opportunities here, Matt, and John Hackworth's debut with Lou City. It's been a pretty solid defensive game.
It has been a pretty solid defensive game for both teams. Lou City, though, I think they'll be the happier of the two teams, although Brandon Allen here with this great opportunity turns the player well. Tosh saved his own blushes with Del Piccolo and his effort to get back defensively. Allen unable to do anything in the box. See the work there from both players coming back. It was Tosh that was turned very easily from Allen. There wasn't going to be that many mistakes made by the back line of either team. Hume, the target on those long balls played forward to the header there, play back to Reed, the shot fizzing high and wide. Lou City had the chances from the right side. The services were not of the quality needed for the most part. Headers, when they came, were over the bar, wide of the goal. This shot from Smith, left-footed effort. Didn't really sting the hands too much of Pickens, but it was a good opportunity in the end, finding the way to make the goalkeeper earn his salary in the first 45 minutes. And Jimenez also there, making the goalkeeper get his uniform a little bit dirty. And then towards the end of the first half, Washington playing the ball in to the near post area. But the runs are coming across the face of goal for the visitors. And that was probably the best service into the box from that right side for Lou City, as Spencer wasn't able to connect. Statistically, it's a pretty even game as far as the possession. Somewhat, I mean, the Lou City, they've had the possession in their attacking half. They've got some more short passes going, Dave, and shots on target. Both teams have to improve in that category.
So there you see the bottom line. We haven't had a goal yet. We have not had a lot of set pieces. We've had a pretty quietly officiated game as well. It's not even close to a yellow card, but they always seem to pick up that in the second half. So let's take you around the league a little bit. Greg Cochran from San Antonio has a unique story, and let's take a look at him right now.
Cochran tonight appearing in his 71st career match with San Antonio FC. He's been with the club all 3 seasons, most consistent there on the back end.
I felt like my whole life I've always had to prove people wrong. Getting cut from the state ODP team when you're 13 because you're too small, and then in your club team you sit on the bench until you're 16 or 17 years old because you're too small. Everything kept referring back to you're too small. There's no better feeling in the world of being able to look at someone that told you no and to be able to say, I told you so. You kind of see it all when you go through times of playing, getting cut, being someone on the field, playing all the time. It kind of gives you a good grasp of where different players are and what their mentality might be. It's definitely shaped who I am. I wouldn't change anything for my career or for how it's gone. Not only have I grown as a player, I think I've grown as a man in terms of being able to deal with anything that I really think that's thrown at me. I think there's a bunch of different ways that you can be a leader. Bring my lunch pail to work every single day, and I try to get better every day. And if I have that kind of mentality and other people see me pushing regardless of what we're doing, that's the kind of leader I want to be. This is my 3rd year here, and to be able to stay in one place and to really grow with it has been a tremendous honor, and it's something that I don't take for granted at all. Every time that I step on the field, I hope that I represent this club and this city. It's a privilege to play for such a passionate fan base. I'm Greg Cochran, defender for San Antonio FC.
Jason Johnson! You've got to be kidding me! Oh, what a finish for Alex Bruce! Dante the other way. Oh, what a goal! Near post! Oh, what a finish by Charlie Ward! And what a world-class goal that is from Didier Drogba! Great save for Strakovic! Diving stop! Must-see TV.
Looking forward to that. Looking forward to the second half here on a gorgeous night in downtown Louisville. No one able to find the back of the net in the first 46 minutes of the first half. Let's go for scores from around the USL with our Commonwealth Credit Union Roundup. And Bethlehem, of course, a winner over to Toronto FC2 on Friday. We had a no-goal draw with Indy 11. Pittsburgh and Charlotte yet to score. Richmond and Penn, though, getting at it in the first half. The Kickers now up 2-1. And FC Cincinnati at the break leading Charleston Battery 2-0.
Well, it took a little while for the scores to start happening, but certainly things have woken up a little bit. Bethlehem still with that win vaulted themselves into the top 8 on Friday night.
So Charleston extends their unbeaten string to 11 games. They only have the 1 loss in the last 21. It's unbelievable. 10 draws, 10 wins, and only the 1 defeat. Birmingham, Memphis, and New Mexico all named head coaches for the 2019 season. And Greenville Triumph revealing their name, their colors, and their crest for the USL Division III. That's going to be a very solid league when that takes flight. Take a look around at our USL Team of the Week. You'll see a very familiar name as the Player of the Week right there top left. Cameron Lancaster with a hat trick against Red Bulls. And also tonight, Liam Doyle in the middle there, right above the goalkeeper from Bethlehem McGuire. And Liam Doyle was from Nashville, and he had a solid week too. But this is a nice little 11 to trot out there.
That's a great team to trot out. Seaton has been in great form for Orange County. He had 4 goals in the last week with some assists to go with that. And Solomon Asante as well. In a losing effort, he scored a hat trick last time out.
Along with Jose Baril from the OKC Energy in the Western Conference. So yes, the Drummers are taking a rest. They're refueling, retaping their hands, and they'll be ready to go. Will you? We know the sides will be ready to go. John Hackworth's debut as Lou City FC coach, taking on Big Bird, Tucker Hume, and Nashville. Right now, neither team with the advantage. Half number 2 is coming up.
Here come the last of our 2018s.
Toyota's national clearance event is the best part of summer.
And with super low APR financing and great lease deals, it won't last long.
Oh, I'm so excited.
You are not alone.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah! Yes!
But my job.
Save on the Go Anywhere 2018 4Runner with $1,000 cash back. Get $1,750 back on the aggressively sophisticated Highlander, or lease one for just $249 a month.
Save on the last of the 2018s. Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
You know, I was excited to partner up with Baptist to do a training facility in Louisville.
We hired the right people to get the job done.
You can come here and hop into a group training, or if you want one-on-one training, we can focus on that.
It's kids that want to develop and get some confidence to adults who are looking to join a class.
It caters to whatever you want to accomplish. Live, enjoy life, and just be healthy.
Isn't it time to finally do something about your allergies? Rush allergy shots at Family Allergy and Asthma can begin to work in as little as 1 day, so you can find permanent relief faster than ever. Don't wait to feel better. Family Allergy and Asthma.
What does it mean to believe in something? To truly support and get behind it? To be committed and invested in making sure it succeeds and grows? At First Financial Bank, we go beyond banking, providing resources for dreams that matter and giving back to projects that make a difference. As our family grows, our commitment to serve the community grows with it. First Financial Bank, because together, we're better.
Well, I'll see you on the dark side, as the song goes. And of course, the other guy says there is no dark side of the moon. It's all dark. Again, dated references, I'm your guy. So the second half is about to begin. Let's ask Matt, and VisionWorks will bring us what to look for as we head into the second half of play.
Well, for Lou City, they've got to have some balance on the flanks. We saw them have a lot of success on the right-hand side, crossing the ball in. Not with very good quality crosses, but they were able to exploit their right flank. If they find some balance on the left, they'll stretch Nashville out even more and maybe find some space down the middle because of that. For Nashville, I'd like to see them find the forwards' feet. They've tried those long balls into the space over the top. Allen and Hume weren't able to connect with those. So maybe Allen and Hume need to try something different. Check off the back line of Lou City. Try and connect with passes to feet and then build with the midfielders through that avenue. And perhaps they'll find some ways to find opportunities to challenge Ranjitsingh, who, other than dealing with those set pieces, hasn't really had anything to worry about in the first 45 minutes of play here tonight.
Take a look at what's coming up here for Lou City as the players retake the pitch. Get a good look there at Tucker Hume. Heading on the road for the next two matches, Charlotte coming up in just a few days, and then at Richmond. And then, of course, at home versus FC2 for Toronto and Charleston. And we know how hot they are right now. And they open up, there's a derby for you, September the 8th. A little hostility between those two cities.
It's going to be a big game, and those two games towards the end of the month and into September are going to be huge for Lou City because both of those squads are ahead of them in the standings. The next three, they're against teams in the bottom 8. It's important to pick up points against those teams and make sure that they don't get any confidence going down the stretch. Lou City sitting in 4th place at the moment. They are 4 points behind Charleston Battery. They want to make sure that they get as many points as they can. Try and find a way to catch FC Cincinnati, who are at the top of the Eastern Division. But if you can't do that, find a way to get into second or at least cement yourself in the top 4 so you get home field advantage through part of the playoff picture.
And a big night for Nashville, too. They're just on the fringe of the playoff race right now, 9th in the Eastern Conference. We take a look at their schedule. And Bethlehem and Richmond will be heading into Tennessee before road games in the state of North Carolina on consecutive weekends, and then a little bit of a break before they host the Tampa Bay Rowdies.
Well, I want a little bit of revenge against Bethlehem still for knocking them out of the top 8 with the still getting the victory last night. And so there's going to be a little bit of chip on the shoulder for Nashville next time out against Bethlehem still. But again, it's important to win those games to those teams that are below you. Charlotte Independence on that list as well. Trying to find a way to get into the top 8. Nashville, in their first season in the USL, will want to make sure they're able to do that.
John Hackworth has that little notebook in there that he was carrying with him even in warm-up. So we'll keep an eye on any changes. Don't anticipate any. Dobrowski, Hubbard, Francis, McMahon, Ownby, Sands, and Illick available for Hackworth tonight as the subs for Lou City. For Nashville, Cochran, Woodbury, James, Jome, Maloto, Mensah, and Wynn. Now, we mentioned the Golden Boot race. Cameron Lancaster is trailing. Nico Brett has not scored yet tonight, so those two are still tied for second. They're chasing Eddie Olsen, of course, for Orange County, who has not seen and he has played more games than Lancaster. You're talking about per cap or average, Lancaster has an edge, but Eddie Olsen with 8 assists on top of those 14 goals. That is just remarkable.
Well, he's been involved in 22 goals for Orange County. It is a really good output for Eddie Olsen this season. Not in action this weekend. They play again, I think it's on Wednesday. So he'll get a little bit of a rest. He's sitting back with his feet up, watching to see whether either of the two Eastern Division foes can catch him in this Golden Boot race. It really is hotting up to be a good one.
Yeah, Nico Brett, by the way, they're now in the 75th minute in that Pittsburgh-Charlotte matchup, and Brett does not have a goal. In fact, no one has a goal. However, Charlotte is playing a man down in that game. Greg Jordan drew a second yellow card, so he's out, and they've been a man, or Pittsburgh has had the man advantage for about 18 minutes in that match and has yet to find the back of the net.
Certainly, Lottie's team will want to find a way to make that player advantage count. sitting in second place in the standings, 4 points behind FC Cincinnati. Charlotte Independence will be very grateful if they can get a point out of that game. They haven't been as consistent of late.
Second half underway. Nashville in the yellow. With Matt Stubbington, Dave Lamont. And this portion of tonight's game is brought to you by Plainview Apartments. That was probably not what was intended, but that's just shot off the foot and a throw in. The referee's assistant making sure that Jimenez doesn't take full advantage of that. He didn't.
Just looking at the substitutions warming up for Lou City. Told that Illich was doubtful for this game. I don't think he's one of the players warming up. He's still on the bench. He is in uniform. Actually has Brian Ownby sat on the bench in uniform with his penny on, but not going over to warm up.
Nope, little miscommunication that time from Jimenez trying to work it down to Niall McCabe. No changes by either manager so far.
Nobody for Nashville warming up right after the break.
Well, you've got James Sands, who was brought in this week, has a relationship with John Hackworth from a couple of years ago. And as Hackworth told us, I didn't really have a holding midfielder. Now I've got one. So don't be surprised if Sands makes his Lou City debut after coming in from Red Bulls. Speedy with a shot and a save, a rebound, and blocked by Lancaster inadvertently.
The look from Lancaster to Davis IV said it all. I'm sorry, mate, I got in your way.
And Hume got taken down there, much to the dismay of the crowd. The foul will go against Lou City.
Lovely interchange of passes. Luke Spencer gets out of the way. The ball falls to Williams. The shot challenges the goalkeeper through traffic. Pickens doesn't deal with it cleanly. Rebound falls to Davis IV. The shot deflected by Lancaster.
Now going for the ball for the Big Bird, but it's going to be headed away by Paco. And it's foul going against Nashville, already seeing a couple of more whistles earlier in this half than we saw earlier in the game. So the referee may be a little bit more aggressive with the whistle here.
Coming out of the locker room at halftime, both teams with a head of steam. The words of the coaches ringing in the ear.
Well, we always talk about adjustments made by coaches, and I'm sure even officials make adjustments as the match wears on. Lancaster had a chance to lay it off for Jimenez. Instead, throws it in. And a goal kick coming up.
Overlapping run down this near sideline. Lancaster chose not to use it. Tried to take advantage of the space that was created inside because of the run from McCabe. Davis IV wasn't able to redirect the header back across the goal. Luke Spencer was recycling his run to what then became the far post.
Chance now for Lancaster. He's got a little bit of room and he's got help with McCabe. Lays it off. Shot. Pickens with another fine save. Louisville trying to keep the pressure on. Jimenez. Now McCabe. Williams, he's fired before already in this half. He'll lay it off instead to Oscar. That just didn't quite work out. Kind of a flat ending.
See there, Spencer just not anticipating the spin on the ball from Jimenez, but this is a great opportunity. Look at McCabe sprinting up, trying to get into the box in support. Ends up, his momentum takes him past the rebound. Lancaster with his head down. Didn't see the support run from McCabe on his left. The goal scorer in form as Lancaster is. He's only got one thing on his mind. That was a decent save from Pickens.
Now, that key shot was presented to you by Family Allergy and Asthma. If allergies are making you miserable, allergy shots from Family Allergy and Asthma might do the trick. Visit FamilyAllergy.com. Now Louisville City will try to get a build-up out of this. Good idea here for Jimenez. Will he get there first? He does. He's got Spencer with him, and he's going to wait for more purple.
Akinyoti slipped on the artificial turf. That allowed that crossfield pass to happen to Jimenez. Credit to Bourgeois to get back, prevent the angle cross to Spencer. That's why Jimenez had to slow things down for support. Okay, remonstrating that that wasn't the right ball.
It's happened a couple times in this half already to Louisville City. At Pickens, however, also had to work in the first 5-6 minutes of this half with a couple of saves. Goalie on goalie violence right there. And let's see, Ranjit Singh is going to return the favor, maybe.
I'd be tempted. I'd really be tempted.
Well, it gives everybody a rest, but instead he'll distribute the Jan van Beveren way. Interception there by Paco. Now to Davis. Speedy Williams, number 80, who fired off a shot earlier in this half that forced a save out of Matt Pickens, is looking for his 11th clean sheet. Chipped in for Spencer, but now Pickens had a clear look at that all the way.
And good quality build-up. Again, the service not what was needed.
Mike Reed, the captain, number 17 for Nashville. Of course, Del Piccolo, the captain, as always, for Louisville. Bourgeois, formerly with Tulsa. And Nashville, very conservative right here.
Just trying to take care of the ball. They've been under the cosh a little bit in the second half. And some quality possession to get the confidence back. Get some touches on the ball.
That was a good positive pass there down that far side. Tried to work it to Washington, but he was defended well, but not all the way out.
Well, Hume made a splitting run through the central channel of Louisville City and was wide open. If the ball could have been delivered, McCabe was late tracking the run.
Kimura, marked by Jimenez. Look out here, that looked dangerous. Bodies flying everywhere, and now Louisville City will clear and perhaps get a coherent attack going. Lancaster gets it back on a quick give and go with McCabe. Now Lancaster breaking loose on the run, surrounded by 3 defenders. Bumped, no call. Not a sufficient enough foul in the mind of the referee. Now Hume had it stripped by Del Piccolo. And it'll go all the way back to Ranjit Singh. That was close. The referee ruling the contact not worthy of a penalty kick or anything for that matter.
That was a good attack. Lancaster, just a little hesitation move. Froze Akinyoti for the moment and then put his head down getting into the penalty box. And just was sandwiched off the ball. So just head down, Akinyoti coming back. Doyle hanging the leg out, but pulls it back just in time. Shoulder of Akinyoti forcing Lancaster to the ground.
Well, those two have been battling the entire match. Akinyoti, number 30 there in the middle of your screen, and Lancaster have not been too far apart from each other. Even now, they're not that far apart from each other.
And I've seen those decisions given, so I don't think Lancaster had a case. I also think that perhaps the referee might have had it right on this occasion.
Well, this is an opportunity now for Nashville SC, the set piece off the corner kick. Think you're looking at the big guy here, 6'5" Hume, and instead it's headed away by Paco Craig, and a throw-in coming up for Nashville. The USL's official Instagram account has highlights, photography, and interactive content with the league's players. Get it all at www.instagram.com/USL Soccer. Hume here, tangled up, lays it off, shot! Wide. Good service for Allen from Hume. Allen knows he had one right there that could have been the first goal of the match.
I said Hume is more than just a player who can use his head. Again, he turns his player well. Tosh never deals with it, and Hume uses every inch of his frame to get that pass right where it needed to be, and Allen was right where he needed to be. I think that says it all. He knows that should have been in the back of the net. At the very least, Ranjitsingh should have been challenged.
2016 USL Rookie of the Year, Brandon Allen, looking for his 7th goal. And had the best chance, I think, of any Nashville player so far with that strike. Lancaster, he is surrounded by yellow. Unable to turn on that one. Serving for Spencer. Just off the mark, hustling for it was Davis, could not get it to stay.
Right there, there's the illustration of why movement is so important on the soccer pitch. Ball again on the right flank for Lou City. The overlapping run takes 2 defenders just half a step to their left, allows the cross to come in. Spencer wasn't able to time his leap. And ball against Hume. Free kick to Louisville City.
Well, Nashville has a lot of firepower on the bench. So it'll be interesting to see if that's the decision for Gary Smith. Oh, good ball here to Davis. Stripped by Bourgeois. Allen, I think, off his beard with that pass to LaGrassa, and Nashville maintains possession. Possession numbers are narrowing a little bit to about 55-45. That did not work out well at all for Nashville SC. They do have on the bench Mensah, 4 goals and 4 assists. Alan Wynn, who has 3 goals. And Moloto, 5 goals and 4 assists. And he had the brace in Nashville's win in Tennessee, 2-0 over Lou City. Gotta think he's gonna get on the pitch tonight.
He's getting looked at by the athletic trainer. A little bit of an extra stretching, perhaps.
Well, it's a warm evening in Louisville. It's not going to take you long to get hot. Now run down the left side. Washington, service in, and Ranjit Singh. A little collision with his own teammate there. Paco, he's going to be okay.
Paco was saying, could you let me know a little bit quicker, please?
Say something. Heads up, here I come, anything.
Duck.
Mine, and so on. Take a good look at Brandon Allen, who on that last run, it's a little out of sorts.
Reaching down behind the back of the right knee.
But Williams hand fighting with Akinyoti. That's not an easy thing to do. Davis thought about Jimenez, instead goes to the middle where Spencer is, and that didn't work out. Oh, a little miscommunication there, and Hume almost had a breakaway. And then not a sharp kick from Ranjit Singh. So a little bit of a down moment here for Lou City and an opportunity for Nashville, perhaps.
Important for Louisville City to get back on the same page. Communication needs to be key throughout the match. Just keep everybody focused. That has to start with the goalkeeper and move forward through the pitch.
This portion of tonight's game is brought to you by Lunazul Tequila, official tequila of Lou City. Yeah, I waited for that little bump from LaGrassa was just enough. The referee was waiting to see if Lou City was going to keep the run going, and when they didn't, he blew the whistle.
Good refereeing there by Mr. Touchant, waiting for the advantage to come. Touch from Luke Spencer was not a good one. Just gave possession away cheaply. There was the foul.
Not sure why LaGrassa was protesting that call, quite honestly. It seemed pretty obvious.
Might have just been more frustration on his part. It was a silly foul in a great area of the pitch for Louisville.
Now Oscar will launch. Watch for Spencer here. Nope, didn't get enough on it. Headed away by Liam Doyle. Back in, flick header, no problem. So that time, Sean Toch made the long run from his backline position to get one on goal, but easy save for Pickens. Now Washington fighting with Spencer for it. Lays it off for Mike Reed. And we do see Ropapa Mensah, number 3, has taken off the warm-ups, so he may be Nashville's first substitution. Give and go here. And the cross was rejected. Kimura will try again. He'll lay it off to Reed.
First time tonight, the outside back Kimura has found the heady heights of the attacking third for Nashville. And that was a great job there from Paco Craig, using all of his experience to cut the angle off on the pass.
Hume breaking in. Ranjit Singh comes up with a kick save and a beauty.
Well, for the first 8 minutes of this second half, it was all Louisville City. For the second 8 minutes, it's been pretty much all Nashville. Hume again getting goal side of Tosh. And Ranjit Singh had to get into the angle, make a good save with his feet. Brandon Allen is coming out. Mensah's coming on.
And the substitution is brought to you by Great Clips.
See Allen again reaching down behind his right leg. Hopefully it's nothing serious.
Well, Mensah's dangerous. 4 goals, 4 assists. And so 2 substitutions remaining for Gary Smith. Yeah, Allen didn't quite look fit last few minutes. Might have been a little bit nicked up.
Well, there's no limping to his gait as he came back to the bench, so probably nothing too bad.
Foul in favor of Lou City.
Anywhere it's a hamstring area you want to be careful of.
Those will linger. You're absolutely right. So what will John Hackworth do now? What is his intention for it's time to make substitutions in his debut here at Lou City. Third coach for Louisville City this year. Very unusual, but James O'Connor got the proverbial Godfather offer he couldn't refuse to go into MLS. And you had a triumvirate of player coaches. The most recent was Luke Spencer. And they held, you know what, they did well with the player coach. I mean, that can sometimes be a disaster. And Louisville did extremely well in that situation. So John Hackworth stepped into a very good spot. He didn't really have to clean up a mess. He just wants to tweak and improve and make this team go deep into the playoffs and defend their championship. See him coaching Jimenez right now.
That speaks volumes of the job that James O'Connor did and the way he built the club and the support of the front office and of the supporters that help the club stay as stable as they have been. And they're doing it with a short roster as well.
And his first substitution looks like it's about to be made.
Sean Francis coming on. Hasn't played of late. Talented player. Very, very quick. A little suspect defensively at times. Has to make sure that playing both sides of the ball, it can be a real threat just purely on speed going forwards. Lovely skill there.
Oh, Kimura, that was absolutely gorgeous. But a solid job by Speedy Williams on the defensive end, and now to Davis. Ooh, just missed on the connection to Lancaster that time. Now Kimura either fixing his shin guard or maybe he's a little bit nicked up by the ankle.
Interesting to see who comes off. Whether it be Luke Spencer coming off. That'll give him a rest. Coming back from the injury, he won't be fully match fit. Means that Sean Francis would then be able to be playing on the outside of the midfield. Push Davis the fourth up and also push Lancaster into a more central role.
Whistle there, and that foul is going to go against Lou City. Hume not happy that Sean Totch took him down. He got the whistle. Again, we've had no bookings tonight.
Sean Francis had checked in to sub in. John Hackworth sprinting up the sideline saying, no, do not sub right now.
Well,
man after my own heart as a coach. I hated subbing on set pieces.
And as soon as I say no bookings, we have one. Sean Totch getting a yellow there for that foul. First one of the night. And Sean Francis, when he comes in, will be making his 12th appearance of the season, still looking for his first point of the year. Into traffic, looking for Hume. It was too far. Lou City rejects that set piece. But Nashville keeps the pressure on. Akinyoti, and Smith got a piece of that. Good skill there by Davis. Back to Smith. Almost on the touch for Davis. Williams comes away with it. Won the battle with LaGrassa. Lancaster, that's some skill right there. Ooh, I hope he's okay. That looks awkward, but he gets up. Danger here, and not quite so much as you saw Mensa get involved there. And now finally, after a long wait, Sean Francis will come in and Luke Spencer will check out. And this substitution is brought to you by Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Difference in hairdos there.
and experience as well.
The clipped appearance of Spencer. The quiff of Francis.
So each manager now with one of their 3 allotted substitutions. And Francis gets a quick touch. And he'll get another one. Ooh, tough cut down there. We play on.
Trying to get a feel from where Sean Francis is slotting in. He's playing on this near sideline.
Perhaps he's going to play back and maybe a more defensive alignment instead of pushing forward.
If it does that, it's unusual for Louisville City because they do play with 3 in the back predominantly. Maybe with the introduction of Mensah on this right flank for Nashville and his speed, John Hackworth is countering that with the speed of Francis.
Well, Francis made a little run down the left side, then got the ball in retreat to Jimenez, and Lou City will reload.
Mensah's playing up top for Nashville.
Williams has a little bit of room here. Jimenez trying to work it to Lancaster. Look out here, this could be dangerous if the defense doesn't hold up, and they do. '72nd minute of this match. Neither team able to find the back of the net so far. Nashville in 9th in the East, Lou City 4th. 4th meeting of the year, 3rd in the USL regular season. 1 was a US Open Cup. If you're the home team, you've won so far. And now it looks like Moloto will come in for Nashville at the next opportunity. So their mission is clear. They're going to take out Hume, it looks like. So to go with, instead of size, they'll go with Moloto.
Quick technical player that gave Louisville City fits in Nashville.
Scored the only goals of the game, 2 of them Lancaster, and his shot was blocked by Davis.
Would you say earlier, turnabout is fair play?
That's unbelievable, but absolutely true. Davis had a rebound opportunity in this half and blocked by Lancaster, obviously inadvertently. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Get an inside look at life on and off the field from the player's perspective every Wednesday evening in the latest edition of From the Pitch on USLsoccer.com. Man, Pickens can just blast, and again, Ranjit Singh had to intervene at that time. Good intentions, just a little bit much. And no problem there for Bourgeois to sweep that back to the keeper.
So Ranjit Singh just keeps taking out his own players. He's collided with every member of his back 3 so far.
Washington launching. Misfires. And Sean Francis. So eventually, Lebo Moloto will get a chance to come in. See John Hackworth there in the white shirt and the blue slacks, making his Lou City head coaching debut. Will he get 3 out of it? Here's Hume again, posting up. You really don't know the way to describe it. Lays it off for Reed. That came out a little lower than intended, and an opportunity broken up by the back line. Now Lancaster, can he get something going? He really didn't have anyone to lay it off to, and was just overwhelmed, and he's going to get a call in his behalf. Now Lancaster a little beat up today. Now we're going to see Maloto number 10 come in, and Tucker Hume will leave as we expected.
It's going to be interesting to see how Tosh and Craig cope with the speed of Maloto. The substitution brought to you by Great Clips.
And now John Hackworth sees what the plan is for Nashville. What will be his counter?
So Maloto is a very quick player. Tosh and Craig, brilliant defenders that they are not the quickest. They're very tactically sound. That's where their speed comes from. See an example of it right there. Craig just reading the play so well, gets across, driven to the ground for his trouble. It was Mensah on the foul.
Notice that his coach is not helping him up. If he's actually shaken up a little bit or not, grabbing it. And he's up, and Paco will continue. Oh, yeah, that's clearly a foul.
Slip in the back of the hill. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Is Craig and Tosh read the game so well. Get into position defensively quickly because of their experience and the way that they read the play.
Yeah, and Tosh has to scramble here and has to be very careful, and is. Segment of the game brought to you by Sullivan University. Oh, careful now. Opportunity for Lou City with Lancaster. Can he find room? His shot is going to be deflected. And now a corner kick coming up. This will just be the 6th corner of the night and the 3rd for Lou City.
Mistake from Kimura on the back pass. It's a pat on the back and encouragement from Doyle. Jimenez tried to overlap, tried to find a way to support Lancaster, and it wasn't seen by number 9.
Now Jimenez launches, and a whistle.
Ball went out of bounds. Jimenez slipped as he struck the ball. It goes straight out of bounds. Surprised to see Jimenez using his right leg to wing that ball out. He can serve the ball with both feet.
So we're going to get the final substitution for Nashville. London Woodbury, who formerly with New England Revolution of MLS, will come in for the first Japanese-born player to play in MLS. Kosuke Kimura. Lancaster, meantime, taking advantage of this break. And this substitution is brought to you by Great Clips. You can stay up to date with all the best from social media around the USL if you watch Off the Post with Kelsey Steele every Friday evening on the USL's social media channels. And we have a hydration break out of the substitution as well, while Lancaster gets tended to. And I don't know if that is a cramp, which would not be out of the realm of possibility given the effort that Lancaster has put forth tonight. That gives us a chance to take a look back at a key shot presented by Family Allergy and Asthma.
This was in the first half. Kyle Smith just dropping the left shoulder, getting in to the penalty area, just on the edge of it. Left-footed strike. Pickens, his veteran experience, just makes the easy save. And then the second half, Williams with the shot, Lancaster with the block. Through traffic, Pickens saw it late, didn't deal with it. Davis the fourth was there for the rebound. Lancaster just got in the way.
If allergies are making you miserable, allergy shots from Family Allergy and Asthma might do the trick. Visit FamilyAllergy.com.
Looked like the athletic trainer was trying to stretch out Lancaster's hip a little bit.
He's waiting for permission to re-enter the game. He's back. And gets it right back immediately. Double teamed. He's drawn so much attention tonight. Now Maloto laying it off. Mensah, the two subs getting at it. So Nashville has used all three of theirs. Mensah with a cross. Good job there by Francis to get down on that ball to make sure it wasn't going to get by him.
Packer Craig thought there might have been an offside call, but Tush kept Mensah onside. Sean Francis did really well not to handle that ball in the box.
Oh, dangerous here. Oh, and Ranjit Singh got a piece of that. Man, Ropapa Mensah flashing to the keeper's left, and Ranjit Singh shut it down.
Maloto and Mensah are really aggressive and explosive players, and there's a great touch from Mensah into space, shooting it towards the far post. It's where he needed to put the ball. A good save from Ranjit Singh. He's had some good moments.
Look out here, and Ranjit Singh will come back. Does Nashville seem a little more dangerous right now than they were, say, 20 minutes ago?
A lot of playing on the front foot in this second half. Certainly since Mensah's come on, they have looked a lot more dangerous.
Pickens will distribute quickly. And you see him waving his hands. Get out of here. Get up the field. Nashville keeping it alive. A bit of a tightrope act on the far side of the pitch. Now Maloto had it stripped away, and Paco wanted to go back to the keeper, but knew Maloto was on his hip, did the right thing there, made a nice turn. And now comes the whistle on the advantage, as again the referee waited to see if Lou City was going to make a break on that foul, and once they lost possession, he blows the ball back to where the foul occurred.
Lou City taking the free kick quickly. They might have waited a little bit. Under the cosh more in recent times. Maybe take a little bit more of a breather, set something up with a service into the attacking third.
Interesting, there's only one substitution from Lou City. In the 83rd minute of this match.
With Rasmussen out, Ownby hasn't been warmed up as a substitute.
You do have Sands, who is fit enough to play, the transfer, or the loan, I should say, from New York Red Bulls.
Illich is carrying a knock as well.
Yeah, that's a good point. You have Patrick McMahon available if you need him. So, yeah, it might be a night where these Lou City players, many of them are going to go the full 90.
You look at Sands, he's a central midfielder, holding player. Do you really want to put the young man in a 0-0 game?
Oh, and take look out. Big collision there. Luckily, both players got out of it okay. The referee very quick to blow the whistle. And it's obviously gone against Louisville, as now Ranjit Singh comes way out, draws the ire of Liam Doyle.
The yellow card is out in the hand of Mr. Touchant.
But who will get that drawn out? Del Piccolo is furious. He thought there was an elbow thrown there. Now we get a yellow issued. And we'll try to get a better clarification whom that yellow is on.
I believe it's on Mensah. He was in the area. He's being talked to by the referee.
You are correct. So our second caution of the night, Mensah will be hit with that. Del Piccolo is hot. He's just now finally finished giving the ref a piece of his mind. I think he wanted something more than that. He's also told off Mensah. We watch again. There. The swing of the left arm is what he's upset about. Wide. It didn't make contact, it looked like. Just kind of a wild flail.
Certainly the arm was flying. I can see why the Louisville City players were so upset. I could give the benefit of the doubt to Mensah, perhaps, that his momentum swung that arm out.
But Del Piccolo's going to have to gather himself a little bit because you don't want to get a yellow for dissension here. Ranjitsingh will blast away. Got to be careful here with Mensah, and that's the smart move.
Go back to John Hackworth's choices as far as substitutions are concerned. Ombi has not left the bench. You've got Sands as a holding player, and you've got McMahon as a defender. There's not really much you can do as far as affecting the offensive side of the ball.
Are we headed for a 0-0 draw? Or perhaps can Cameron Lancaster pull out a 14th goal? Certainly trying to get it to him, but he is so marked. It may have to come from someone else. In the meantime, these counterattack balls with Mensah are really dangerous, and there's Moloto, also number 10. Controlled that time by Woodbury.
Distribution with the foot from Ranjitsingh's not been his best tonight.
Nope. Mount Moloto breaking through. And a good job that time by Kyle Smith to steady things. Lancaster coming a long way to get that ball. Looking for some help, fighting off the defense and drawing a foul. The foul slowed him down, Akinyoti, but Louisville City playing very quickly now as we approach the end of this match. Again, don't expect a lot of stoppage time, maybe 2 minutes.
Oh, we've had 4 substitutions, so that would go with the 30-second per sub rule.
Plus 2 yellows.
Glad to see Lancaster find a pass. Held onto the ball too long. Yes, he got the foul, but it was a little bit fortuitous in that. Again, Lou City going short with it, and nothing to show for the set piece.
Now, Gary Smith decided days ago, I'm not letting Lancaster beat me. And he has been smothered defensively by this Nashville side.
That's why Lancaster has to understand that if he is being smothered, find a way to get the ball to a teammate, because somebody else should be open.
I'll throw an opportunity here. That one off one of the bullpen mounds.
Of course, that's easier said than done when you got 3 yellow shirts climbing all over your back.
Yeah, he has been, especially the last 15, 20 minutes, every move he makes, it seems like if he gets the ball, he is having a very difficult time trying to get anything going, even as strong as he is. Speedy. And now Moloto. Moloto with help. And a fine job there by Tosh just to get rid of it.
It was a good job from Tosh and from Craig. Just keep everything in front of them. Davis the fourth coming back in help.
Launch here, and Ranjitsingh wisely lets it go, and a goal kick coming up.
It was a little disappointing from Moloto, though. I could see what he was trying to do, pull the ball wide, get himself isolated against Craig. In the end, the delivery on the pass was without imagination, without execution.
Other than that, you really liked it.
I liked what he was trying to do, but you get yourself isolated one-on-one, show some of your technical ability. I've been raving about it all night. Let me down.
We hear 4 minutes of stoppage time is going to be added.
I forgot about that Lancaster injury. He was down for a few minutes.
Yeah, that led to an impromptu hydration break while he was being tended to on the pitch. So 4 additional minutes. Yeah, that's going to go against Lou City. Foul there on Toch, who already has a caution. And there it is, 4 more. This stoppage time brought to you by Sullivan University. Down that left side, Washington. Mark gets rid of it. Well, one team get one more opportunity before this one wraps up. We've already had one draw in the league tonight without a goal in Indy. May have one here in Kentucky. Woodbury plays it off for the captain, Reed, showing a little burst down the right side. 90+ minutes into this. And at the moment, Nashville playing keep away. Launched, and Ranjit Singh had no traffic in front of him. He wants everybody out.
Jetson going to ground, as he will do at the end of the game, to waste some time. Maybe Louisville are a little happy that this will go their way as far as a 0-0 draw is concerned, if they can keep this as is.
Well, they are a bit short-handed. This is a rugged Nashville side.
Nashville can keep their scoreline, they will move into a tie on points with Red Bulls too. They have the same amount of wins, which is the first tiebreaker, but they do have a lesser goal difference than the Red Bulls too, so they will remain in 9th place.
Well, and Lou City would go to 5 unbeaten. 3 wins and 2 draws. It'd be a nice streak. It's a little bit of a let up there by Melodo, right in front of that Lou City bench.
That might be why Melodo was on the bench to start this game. He seemed very out of sorts since he's come in.
Chance now down the pitch, moving a little closer. Lancaster will lay it off for Davis. Francis, the only substitution for Lou City tonight. One last opportunity, maybe. Lancaster had a chance, but not a really clean one. So you going to the pocket for this on Paco.
It's either on Craig or it's on Sean Francis for time wasting. Francis kicked that ball a long way away, trying to get things set up defensively. There's a minute and a half to go. It's confirmed that Francis did get the yellow card. He'll take that one. He wants his teammates back in support. He doesn't want Nashville to get a quick set piece off.
2 cautions against Lou City, 1 against Nashville. Reed. Now I bet he misses Tucker Hume. And that's it. A handle of seconds, a couple seconds early. The referee realizes that this match is not going to get a goal, and we do not have one. John Hackworth's debut is a 0-0 draw against Nashville SC. And that will lead us to tonight's Toyota move of the game. Let's go places.
Some fancy footwork here from George Davis IV. The shimmy, the shake, the Matthews move. Beating the defender to the outside and serves the ball in, creating the opportunity in the box for Lou City in the first half.
So a short-sighted Louisville side ends up with a point tonight. Nashville, as you mentioned, now sneaking into the tie for the 8th spot with New York Red Bulls 2 with a gutty performance. Both these teams very gutty in a defensive-oriented tie game.
There's a reason everyone around here complains about allergies. They're bad. But Family Allergy and Asthma can build up your immunity to what makes you miserable, ending your suffering for good. No more symptoms means no more complaining. Family Allergy and Asthma.
Here come the last of our 2018s.
Toyota's national clearance event is the best part of summer.
And with super low APR financing and great lease deals, it won't last long.
Oh, I'm so excited.
You are not alone.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah! Yes!
But my job.
Get $1,000 cash back on a rugged new 2018 Tacoma. Lease this Tacoma double cab for $259 a month. Or get $2,000 cash back on a full-size Tundra Crew Max.
Save on the last of the 2018s. Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Our GE appliances come with a, you can't choose your neighbors, but you can choose your premium finish.
Ooh, you got the black stainless. Sleek, thanks. I need your help with the backsplash.
There are lots of ladies at Miss Bennett's.
Oh, that's nice, sweetie. Maybe something stone or...
3 pizza guys just showed up. Now the pizza guys just took off their shirts.
The most premium finishes, so you have the most choices. Another way we make good things for life.
At Dr. Mark Lennon Associates, I focus on taking care of my family, but I also focus on taking care of your family. We firmly believe that you've got to give back. Our primary goal is to do what's right for the patient. If that means glasses, contacts, or treating an eye condition, we will be sure you get the care that you need. We want to take care of you the same way we take care of all our family.
This is our family. And here at Dr. Mark Lennon Associates, we're focused on your family, the community, and most importantly, your vision.
So John Hackworth still with that notebook in hand. Wonder how he will view this match. Matt, it's going to be interesting because, again, shorthanded. He only made 1 substitution. And at times, it just looked like no one was, if we played 90 more minutes, we may not have had a goal. It's just one of those matches tonight.
It was one of those matches, and it was a well-played game by both teams, but I think John Hackworth was satisfied. He said that they needed to address the defense, and they certainly did, so keeping the clean sheet tonight. Moment in the first half for Allen. He turned Tosh. Wasn't able to find a way to get on the end of that ball, though, because Del Piccolo's effort defensively and Tosh coming back to spare his own blushes. This was a fizzing shot from Reed, just high and wide in the first half. The home team, they had lots of opportunities crossed in from the near sideline, but often the services weren't of the quality needed. This time, Smith decides to come in, drops the left shoulder, pulls the left peg back, and stings the hands of Pickens. Ranjit Singh, he was aware of the quality of Hume in the air and came a long way on a lot of crosses to make some punching clearances. Jimenez again testing the goalkeeper Pickens. After a lot of opportunities in the first half, the teams went to the break, knotted at zeros. And some frustration in the locker room. And you can see that Louisville City came out with a head of steam. And there was the shot from Williams. Great clearance defensively from Lancaster. Just that he didn't want it to be a clearance defensively. He wanted to get out of the way of the shot of George Davis IV. And then Lancaster wasn't able to turn that one on frame either. This was probably the best opportunity for either team. Hume with the service to Allen. He was anguished as he knew that the ball should have been finding the back of the net. A great service from the number 12. And just frustrating night on the offensive side of the ball for both teams. Good defensive play, good saves from both keepers. And that's why we're knotted at nil apiece.
For Matt Pickens, his 11th clean sheet for the Nashville keeper, and for Ranjit Singh, his 7th clean sheet for Lou City. Each side picks up a hard-earned point. Certainly cannot complain if you watch this game that you weren't entertained. There were chances early, but the 2 keepers were the men of the match tonight. For Matt Stubbington and our entire crew, I'm Dave Lamont. We thank you for watching. We thank you for watching the United Soccer League.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.